Oh, shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom. May 6th, 2021. It's your boy. Gonna do some things different tonight, y'all. Gonna do some things different tonight. So y'all gotta work with me because I'm working with some new software that I've never used before. So we're gonna see how this works out. Tonight's show, this broadcast, it's called Ranking Men. Talking to you sisters. We need to get back, sisters, or y'all need to get back to ranking men. See, we used to do that. We used to rank each other, and then, the 70s and 80s came in, and the boomers, they started drifting from tradition. They drifted from what worked. And we're going to talk about that tonight. So, disclaimer, a couple of them. You don't want to be here? As always, don't be here. Move around. You don't have to be here. You're not required to do so. Not at all. Not at all. So, you don't like what I got to say? You don't like my tone, my verbiage, my choice of words, my face, my beard, my haircut, my whatever. I don't care. Don't be here. You got a little X. You can. There's thousands and thousands of other streams that you could be watching right now. That's more suitable to your tastes. Now, here's how it's gonna go tonight. New format. So I'm gonna do my regular monologue, and I told y'all a couple of videos ago. I'm gonna stop responding to the hey V's the way I've been doing it. This is gonna be the new format. And if you got a question you want me to respond to, you're gonna get live with me. You're gonna get live. We're gonna be able to see who you are. We're gonna be able to interact. That's what we're going with it. Because I really get tired of a lot of the redundant questions, and I get tired of just going through that. So I want to try things a little bit different to make it more interactive. So we're gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna do my monologue. After that, I'm gonna open it up. Now you go live, like I said, hey, you gotta be on camera. Please be presentable. Please keep your camera still, like mine is still. We don't want to see all of this wobbling and you running around the house and holding it. We don't want to see all of that. Okay? We want you to be still. Come on, let's be grown, people. We done had this technology for a while now. You should know how to do it. Prop your phone up and in a cup with some rice. I mean, you can do anything to make a tripod. Come on now. Let's get serious. So we're gonna do that. My people have a problem with communication. I am not the one for that. I'll air you out. I'll shut you down. I'll stop the I'll remove you from the broadcast if you're disrespectful. If you don't know how to stop talking when you shouldn't be talking, you're gonna have the opportunity to speak, but you have to be respectful that this is my platform. Okay, if you want to speak and say what you want to say unlimitedly, I suggest you create your own platform. But if you're gonna be on here with me, I'm gonna run it a certain kind of way. I'm gonna ask questions that I want the answer to. I'm not looking for your pre-explanation. I'm not looking for your post explanation. I'm looking for the answer. all of that extra stuff, this ain't the place for it. So we're gonna try it. It's simple. I'm giving y'all the disclaimers up front. You're gonna get the same energy back. You know, and it may be magnified when it comes back in your direction. So choose your words, mind your tongue. Other than that, we're gonna have a good show. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk for a change, one-on-one live. It's gonna be something different. And hopefully we this discussion that we're gonna have can lead to somebody opening their eyes, because it gotta start somewhere. It gotta start somewhere. And you gotta take them baby steps. So this is gonna be the first baby step. I'm gonna give everybody a couple of minutes. I had a couple of viewers a little while ago, people popping in and out. I'm gonna give it about 5-10 minutes. And we're gonna see, and we're gonna do this. Shout out to all my people who followed my crypto stock tip yesterday. Congratulations. If you threw some money on it, you doubled your money. Thank you, V. See, I put money in some of y'all pockets, didn't even ask for nothing. If you threw $100 on it yesterday, you made more than that today. You doubled up. You made over 100 today. So you should, if you threw 100 on the ETC, you got more than 200 on it right now. Thank you, V. Good looking out, bro. All I ask is y'all like and share. That's all I ever ask. Hey, listen, if you had threw 1,000 on it, you would have doubled up. Y'all better start paying attention. It's a new world in the stock market. And this isn't a world where you just put some money on it and let it sit. I mean, you can do that. But if you want to make some money, you need to be available to jump when everybody is jumping and get out when they get out. I told on the video earlier, I told somebody a stock tip, this same stock tip on 420. Had they done that and put the $1,000 in it that I saw them waste, they had the money and later wasted it. Had they taken that $1,000 and put it on ETC on 420, they would have $3,000 today. They would have tripled up. Real talk. Scared money don't make money. I run across these tips through my own research, through consulting with other people like myself and more knowledgeable than myself. And I try to make calculated decisions. And when I run across a good one, I share it. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I don't think anybody I've been working with or been sharing these tips with has lost money yet. And I've been doing it for free with my friends, with my followers. Scared money don't make money. I waste money on other things. It's time to get real, people. It's time to get real. It's time to get real. The girl could have made $3,000. Everybody don't have that kind of money. I understand that. But this particular person did and turned around and chose to waste the money. I mean, almost immediately, and then booed about it. But hey, everybody ain't gonna wake up. Everybody ain't gonna get it. I'm glad a couple of y'all, I think Robbie Parker did or already had. I know my cousin Keith McKay already had. Um, I don't know if Miss Roundtree did. If she had ETC, I know she had ETH at one point. I don't know if she jumped on it. I hope she did. Um, I know a couple of y'all did, and I know Robbie tagged a few people in it. So I hope some of his friends did. Let me know if you made some money. I'm happy. I want all my people to succeed. I want y'all to succeed. So I'm gonna step away for a minute, and then we're gonna get started. Give it about let me see. It's 8:09 now. 8:15. I'll get going. We're gonna bring the heat. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get it going. In the meantime, listen. If I touch, if I kiss, if I held you tight in the morning light, would you mind if I said how I felt tenderly tonight? Again, 'cause felt this way in my heart before. It's for the holiday in my heart tonight. Yeah. How do you hypnotized? Make sure that I'm getting to the sense. Look into your eyes. Darling, baby, take it now. Always dream what you try to do. Oh, you turn down like a ceiling fan. You won't find out if you ever try. You can't have love, but I bet you can't hide to feel it inside. Love is found the time for kissing, yeah. Can you find the time to listen? Yeah. Welcome to Celebrity Modeling. There's a lot of great people playing on the show. They're all gonna get their ass whooped either way. Bullseye. It's the dirty game already. Let's do it. And I'm back. 1 minute to spare, people. It's time to get it started. And we together of never. Shout out to L Young. The boy is bad. The boy is bad. Love L Young. Shout out, brother. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say to you is thank you. So pretty soon, with this new app I'm doing, I'll be able to multi-stream to multiple pages simultaneously, as well as to my YouTube channel simultaneously. So look for that, coming soon whenever I add that feature. Shout out to Tim Black. I really want my people to wake up. I know all of y'all ain't. Only 1/3 of you will. But I'm going to do my part. I'm going to put the information out there as I get it. A lot of y'all, you run around with this quote-unquote woke. I'm woke, I'm woke, I'm woke. Only people to say that is sleepy people. Y'all sleep like a motherfucker. You don't know who you are. You don't know who your forefathers are. You don't know who your heritage is. We got to gather ourselves together, people. And that means we got to put the black family back together. Because, see, that's where things really went off the rails. 1965, womenism, feminism, the women's liberation movement, whatever you want to call it. That's white people shit. And they got our women wrapped up in it and embraced that, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, sisters. Mind your business. Let them white people work out their own shit. All it's done is further break down our community as planned. It's the plan. If you don't believe me, it was a book written in the 1700s. Well, it's now in book format. It was a group of letters. Willie Lynch wrote letters to plantation owners here in America. And it was certain things that he taught them how to do, how to break a slave. And when you read this book today that you can get on Amazon, it describes exactly what they did and are continuing to do. By destroying the black male image, it left you women in it reversed your natural state. So you went from a dependent state, like every other woman on the planet is dependent on her man, to an independent state. And once they put you in this state of being, you would raise your children in reversed orders. That's what we got going on today. And the reason that he furthered, this is how confident they were. Y'all need to start reading books published prior to 1850. Them old 1800 books and beyond. Go back and read them and see what they really thought of you. They did this because, see, they were bold. They told you exactly what they were going to do. They were bold. As the Bible says, they're deep thinkers. They plan shit 200, 300, 400 years in advance. That's how their brains work. Thus saith the Lord. So what's happening today was a plan they started implementing in the 1700s. And they did it so they could sleep well at night and it would be profitable for them. Because as long as you're independent, sister, and you don't have no man protecting you and protecting your children and protecting the community, you're no threat to them. And you're profitable. They make a ton of money off of you being single. All of this education hasn't led to any increased intelligence. All education is job training. That's it. It ain't made you smarter. It's actually made y'all dumber. Y'all ain't as smart as your grandparents. Argue with me. You got some new technology. Guess what? Your grandparents had technology their parents didn't have. Technology is always going to be there. It's always going to be advances in technology and in machinery. But what is the end result? Are we better as a people? Do we have better communities? Are we better economically? Do we have better families? Are our kids better? Y'all all claim, oh, I love my kids, and I'm a great mom, and I'm super mom, and I'm the baddest bitch on the planet. But your kids fucked up. Your kids have no direction. At least when we came out, Generation X, when we was 18, we was able to get out here, get an apartment, get a car, make a couple of moves. These kids coming out today, millennials and then the Zoomers, they have no choice or no chance to even do those things because of the world that we left and our parents left us. We aren't preparing these children for the world as it exists right now and as it's coming. These kids can't go out and get an apartment. They don't make enough money to even qualify for one. Not fresh out of high school like we did. As a parent, we should want to give our children more than what we have, not less. But see, some of y'all are so focused on being little girls yourselves, ladies. You're trying to compete with your daughter. You're 40 fucking years old, running around here with the brain of a 20-year-old. And y'all think that shit is cute. It's sad, people. And it's time to get real. To get real. Because we don't have time. This shit is crumbling. We got to put the nation back together. We got to. It's crumbling. And if you can't see that, something is clearly wrong with you. I don't know what metrics y'all are looking at. Actually, I do know. You're not looking at none because we are not disciplined. We talk a lot of shit, but we don't, when it comes time to putting some shit together, we don't do it. We don't invest the time. We don't spend our money on that. We spend our money on shiny things, on trinkets, on hair, on weave, on nails. Shit that don't matter. I dropped that stock tip yesterday. Couple of comments. Had I dropped some ass and titty pics, I'd have had hundreds of comments. That stock tip put real money in people's hands. Real money. Even if you don't believe me, hell, take $20. Say, yo, I want to see what this nigga talking about. You could have took $20. You could still do it today. Throw $20 on and see if you don't have more money in a couple of days. Let's see. You're going to waste $20 on some bull crap anyway. What you got to lose? Some BS that you're going to go to Walmart and get? A filling? Come on. So today's topic, ranking men. As I alluded to earlier in the intro, throughout history, men and women have always ranked each other. It's only in recent generations, the last two, and when I mean the last two, I'm talking Generation X and the boomers. Okay? Generation X is my generation. The boomers are my parents' generation. And without going into too long of a history, it happened. It started happening right around 70s and 80s. Women decided, we ain't gonna rank men no more. We're gonna put all men in one category and they ain't shit. Ain't no man out here better than another one. They all equal. Because see, that's that false equivalency, right? Some of you did it for your own pride because competitively you couldn't get a higher ranked man. So instead of admitting you got a lower ranked man, oh, they all equal. My man is just as good as that other man out here. Wrong. See, as boys, we grew up competing from day one. The boys compete all our lives. Who's the fastest? Who's the strongest? Who's the toughest? Who could jump the highest? Who could do the most push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups? Who could put the Legos together the fastest? Boys compete. Video games. Who's better at Jordan versus Bird? And who's better at Contra? We grew up competing. Who can get through the first world of Mario in the fastest time? We always competed as men, Generation X. We were taught in school, you got to be better, not just better, 3 to 4 or 5 times better than other groups of people. This is what we were taught. I remember sitting there in East Orange, New Jersey, 1989. I was in 7th grade. Coach Myrick took all of the boys on one side of the gym. Miss Shannon took the girls on the other side of the gym. I don't know what the girls talked about, but I know what Coach Myrick talked about. Y'all got to be better, is what he said. He ain't pull no punches. Some of y'all gonna be dead or in jail before you turn 21, he told us. The rest of you, you gotta compete. You gotta be better at everything. At the schoolwork, when you get a job in the real world, if you go to college, if you go to work, wherever you go, you got to be better, we were taught. And he pushed us. Of course, that was a gym teacher. Climb that rope the fastest. Okay? Walk that ladder the fastest. Who could jump up here and touch that backboard the highest? We competed daily. And that was instilled in us. My band teacher, Mr. Vincent Plutudo. We were a middle school band, but we were competing with high school bands because he pushed us. Y'all got to be better than Other middle schools. I'm not even going to have y'all go up against them. It's a waste of time. I'm going to have y'all compete with high school bands. And not just in this country. We're going to go to another country. We're going to go to Canada and compete. We're going to go to Florida and compete in the international concert. We're going to compete. So every step of the way, compete, competition, be the best you can be. And then somewhere along that, it started to change. See, women, competition ain't always been a big thing with y'all. But with men, it's always been there. We expect it. We embraced it. Who's the fastest? Who could play football the best? Who could play basketball the best? It's always been in us. Y'all didn't necessarily have that competition like we did. Some of you, but not all of you. So this is where your parents, because of their own bitterness, typically your mamas, thus saith the Lord. As is the mama, as so is the daughter, whatever the scripture is. You spoiled your daughters, ladies. So now they get with these shitty ass dudes who are ones, twos, and threes on a scale of 1 to 10. And instead of being honest about that shit, they convince themselves, oh, this scrub ass nigga that work at the grill at McDonald's, and he 30 years old, is a dime in my book. He a dime dude. He a 8. See, y'all made the rules on the ranking for men, just like men make how they rank men, how we rank women, rather. Y'all women chose the rules. Y'all rank us on the economic scale. It ain't about looks. It's always been about economics. With us, what we bring to the table. Right? So ain't no way in hell a dude that's 30 years old working at the grill at McDonald's, he ain't even average. Because the numbers don't add up. The average black man in this country makes about $41,000 a year. You do not make $41,000 a year working the grill at McDonald's. He is less than average. I'm sorry. Y'all made the rules. Stop lying to yourself. Why is this important? Why are you pointing this out? Because when you run across a man that's above average or average or above, y'all want to treat us like you treat the dude that's a 1 or a 2, as if we're the same. We are not, ladies. And there lies the rub. Because you lack appreciation for a man that's average. He developed himself all his life to be average or better than average. He should be rewarded for that hard work versus a dude who just woke up one day. If a dude is 30 years old working at McDonald's as on the grill, he ain't no manager. He working on the grill. He ain't doing maintenance. He's working on the grill, flipping burgers. He is below average. He didn't put no work in. Why should he get the same respect or good treatment that you do a man who is above average? That makes no sense. None. So I didn't. And that's why y'all, some of you do it for this reason too. You You're average yourself. You're an average woman. You're a 5. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being a 5. You're an average woman. 5s aren't ugly. See, men rate women visually. 5s aren't ugly. You decent in the face. You got a decent body. That's what you are. You're a 5. Cool. Lots of 5s out here. There's nothing wrong with that. And but y'all don't want to compete because you never had to. So you want to tell yourselves this too, because see, a lot of you are control freaks too. You want to control everything. If you get with a dude that's a 2, you can control him because you're more than double what he is. You're a 5, he's a 2. You're more than double him on a ranking scale. He knows it. He just happy to be there. He happy you giving him some pussy. He happy you let him sit up under you and play PlayStation. He happy to let you win all the arguments because you're doing the work. You got men like that. You got a bunch of women who like dudes like that. You make babies with them. You spend years with them. Then you run across an above average man and he tells you the truth about yourself and you get in your feelings. You don't know how to communicate with him. He ain't trying to hurt your feelings. He's trying to be real with you. Because that's what y'all claim y'all want. Y'all want the real. So now somebody giving it to you. Oh, I don't like your tone. You didn't have to say it that way. And you're this and you're that. It's all the ad hominem start coming out. You start beatboxing. But. The beatboxing starts. Here's a reality check, ladies. It's more of y'all than it is of us. We naturally at birth have an advantage over you. Just short statistical numbers. You have to compete if you want a better man or any man at all. Because see, you can't play pussy games with an average or above average man. He don't need it. Maybe a little boy you could do that, but when you're getting up into your 30s and 40s, that's who I'm speaking to. There's men out here that just say, fuck it, to avoid the headache, to avoid the agony of arguing with you over nothing all the fucking time, I'd be by myself. Trust me, it's more than enough pussy out here. Anybody got to put up with you for your basic ass pussy. But y'all done told yourself your shit's special, and I got the wettest, and it's this, and I get the best head. None of that shit is true. You're average. Because you don't put no work in it. How do you know you got the best? When did you put work in it? Because that bullshit ass number 2 nigga or the 3 dude told you had, oh, girl, you got the best pussy. He's a 2. Every piece of pussy he gets the best. He got lucky to get with your average ass. Most people are in the middle or in the mean. On a scale of, that means on a scale of 1 to 10, most people are 4, 5s, and 6s. Most people. That's what most people lie. The average is 5. Some people are slightly above average. Some people are slightly below. You don't see too many 1s. You don't see too many 1s. And then other things, and I'm talking about the initial rank. Other things can improve it. Okay? And that depends on you as an individual. If you're looking for a religious man, quote unquote, a moral man, um, you're looking for this, that, then you'll apply those extra characteristics to those things. But y'all so-called Christian girls is, I'm looking for a religious man. It's plenty of homeless religious niggas out here. Y'all ain't with none of them. So money matters. Money matters. It's time to start being honest with yourselves. This man that's in front of me, what number is he? Is he a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What is he? So you can behave appropriately. Because you can't treat a 6 the way you treat a 2. Can't do that. It ain't gonna work. He ain't gonna have it. The next thing you know, you're gonna be 45, 50, wondering why you alone. Damn, that boy I talked to back in the day, when I was 30, man, he was a 6. I couldn't make it work with him because I couldn't shut the fuck up. And now, oh, y'all hate that. Somebody tell you, shut the fuck up. There's a reason why. Somebody's saying that to you. Because I guarantee before the shut the fuck come out, it was a whole lot of, just wait, please be quiet, hold on a minute. It was about 30 or 40 of them came out first that you ignored. The shut the fuck up was that line you crossed and kept crossing. Because I guarantee that white man said that shit to you, gonna shut the fuck up. You on your job and they say you want a meeting or some shit, shut the fuck up. You're talking too much. You're either gonna shut the fuck up or you're gonna get out and walk out. Most of y'all ain't walking out. So you're gonna sit there and shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna go back and forth and rah, 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 and let me tell you something and let me give you a thing or two. You ain't gonna do that to that white man. But your king, your lord, that motherfucker who's fighting with you in the trenches with you, you ain't gonna give him the respect. Got it twisted, ladies. Motherfuckers have been robbing and stealing and killing you and killing your sons and your brothers and your husbands and your daddies and your uncles. You gonna respect that motherfucker. That nasty, flea-ridden motherfucker. You gonna love him and respect him. Uh, Does this make sense to y'all? I want to know. I mean, maybe I'm seeing it wrong. This ain't. Listen, I'm gonna bring some of y'all on here. I'm gonna open it up in a little bit. This ain't to make this a women versus man thing. This is not that conversation. We're talking strictly about women ranking men. That's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about what the men ain't shit and women bashing. This ain't that show. I will shut that shit down. That is not what we're here for. Do you have a problem ranking men? Do you understand ranking men? That's what we're talking about. Why aren't you doing it? Why do you treat a 2 better than you treat a 6 or a 7? What is no 7 or 8? Why? That's what we're gonna talk about. Give me a second here. I told y'all I'm using some new software and I just wanna see what I need to do. All right. So the link is in the description, right? The link is in the description. And let's see what I need to do. I wish I had my tablet so I could blow this damn thing up. This thing is little. Um, let's see. So we talking about guests. So I'm waiting. Somebody want to come in? Let's talk about it. Cause you don't give nobody a chance to talk, and it's bullshit. Here you go. I've been inviting people to go live with me for over a year. Here you go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ain't nothing gonna get better if we don't talk. Um, that's just a fact of the matter. And men are tired, and they're starting to become more vocal about it. Um, that's what's happening. Men are becoming way more vocal, and they're not gonna be just quiet bystanders anymore. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's not what's happening here. Not at all. Let's see here. What the heck is that? I'm gonna go a few more minutes. Wait a minute. I might got somebody. Oh, that's me going in here twice. Okay. I got it. I see. I'm playing with this thing. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure this out. They got me in as a guest. No, I don't want to be a guest. Oh, now I'm on here twice. I didn't want to do that. Okay, let me remove that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mhm. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit. I like the setup. I like it. I thought it was a little different, but I'm gonna get a little bit more accustomed to it. Um, what's the settings? Okay, so guests. No, I don't want y'all to see the comments. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna mute you automatically. Okay. All right. was that right there? Let's go back to the broadcast. Okay. All right. So, and I appreciate y'all being patient while I'm doing this. What's the camera? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I guess. Edit. View on Facebook. Okay. Okay. Alright, so where am I at? Let's, okay. And that just puts me back in there. Okay. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. I don't like how it just automatically put me in. No, I don't like that. I want to be able to choose. I wanted to have like a green room kind of thing. Okay. Well, at least I know I could do it. So it's real quiet tonight, y'all. I know it's Thursday, but come on now, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Some of y'all be so scared. I got all that mouth and be scared. Be scared. What that do? Uh, okay, okay. Don't be scared, man. What's the settings? Camera, audio. What's the guest settings? Did I do that already? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to be honest with yourselves and with each other, especially if you have a quality dude. I mean, a dude that survives is a quality dude, man. And obviously, these dudes don't typically play a lot of games. And that's the other thing. We got to start being honest about what we make. Because a lot of y'all just lie. Or you just don't have a clue what you really make. Okay? $40,000 a year is roughly $20 an hour. That's what that is. So half of that, you're making $10 an hour, you're making right around $20. I mean 20,000 a year. It's time to start being honest. And a lot of y'all can't be. Because everybody wants to be a baller. Everybody wants to front. Well, the average black woman in this country makes $37,000 a year. That's the average. There are some of you, a couple of you who make more. But I watch these shows, and every time you hear a black woman talk, oh, I make $100,000 a year. No, you don't. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Only, what is it? 4% of black women make over $100,000 a year in the country. I think it's 6% of women. So it just so happens to be every black woman who gets up on one of these damn YouTube streams is one of the ones. Come on. Only 10% of men make $100,000 a year. Oh, but every man, you know a ton of them. Every man you've ever been with was that man. Stop. Stop. Stop the bullshit. Hourly jobs. If your man is working an hourly job, he's not making $100,000 a year. Salary jobs pay that kind of money, or sales jobs. So your man may be have a base salary that's hourly, but most of his income comes from his bonus structure and his commission structure. Different thing. But even when a sales atmosphere, only your top 10% of salesmen are making that kind of money. So I call bullshit on that because I've been a top 10% salesman. I've been number one in the world in companies for sales. It wasn't that many of us. Wasn't that many of us. And I did it for a long period of time. Stop lying. Be honest. And there's nothing wrong with two average people making average money working together. There's nothing wrong, but you have to work together. But as long as you lie to yourself, you're not even being honest with yourself. And you ain't giving your kids a fair shake because they get more expensive. And then that's when y'all want to blame somebody else. Well, your daddy ain't shit. That's the reason I can't buy these sneakers. No, it ain't got nothing to do with all that weave you was buying all them years, right? It ain't had nothing to do with them nails you was getting done. And that stupid shit you bought. It's the daddy's fault, right? Right. If you punch in the clock, you're not making $100,000 a year. It ain't happening. Your employer made a play with the numbers and said, "Oh, your compensation plan is the equivalent of $100,000 a year because they included the insurance that they play on your black ass." I'm talking about your net and gross pay. So if you make $100,000 a year, your gross pay is $8,300. A little bit over that, 83.33 before taxes. Where the money at? Because see, the data doesn't lie. The data accounts for everything. It's time to get real. Some of you don't even speak well enough to get an above average man because he can't take you nowhere. You too niggerish. You don't speak well enough. You will be an embarrassment to him. So he may be fucking you, but you ain't married to him. Time to be honest about it. Because why he ain't married to you? Because you ain't require him to marry you. All he got to do is take you to Applebee's every now and then. That'll blow your mind and fuck you. That's all he got to do. A lot of you women, you never even been on a real date before. You don't know what it is. A date for you is Applebee's, maybe Olive Garden if you're lucky on your birthday or Valentine's Day. But you ain't going to no restaurant where you got to get a reservation 2 months in advance. You got to put on a nice dress because a lot of you don't even know your dress size. So you ain't putting on no nice dress, no nice shoes. You ain't getting valet service. They're not bringing you a menu that doesn't have any prices on it. Cause see, you go to a classy restaurant, the only menu that has the prices is the man's menu. There's a lot of you didn't even know that. You never been on a real date. A man never asked you out on a real date. Hey, listen, I'm gonna make reservations for us, and and we're gonna go out, next week, or whatever the reservation date is. You never been there. You don't know how to act. Because don't nobody want to take no loud and stubborn woman out to no place like that. And you got pink hair and all of this crazy hair and shit and spiders on your eyes. You're a fucking embarrassment. Nobody taking you nowhere. Yeah, fuck you. You take you to Olive Garden. It's sad. And y'all try to compensate, because you're not getting the proper attention from a man, and you're doing all these crazy things to you. Some of you're in relationships with your children. You're in relationships with your girlfriends. You're in a relationship with your vibrator. Sometimes it's a combination of all of this shit. But at the end of the day, when you're alone, that's when that reality kicks in. And then some of you get up the next day and pretend like that what I'm saying ain't true. You're lonely, horny, and frustrated. And you do things to try to compensate it. That's that idleness. That's that engine revving. That's you bouncing all over the place, putting out fires. Learn how to take care of home, ladies. And the prophecy is true. A lot of you will destroy your own houses with your own hands. And a lot of that starts with your mouth. Learn how to control that tongue. See, do I got anybody? Who I got? Anybody in the box yet? Is there anybody in the box? Let's see. Not yet. Ain't nobody in the. I'm gonna wrap this up. And there'll be some more topics. I'll probably do another one on possibly Saturday, but more than likely Sunday. I haven't gotten that topic yet. I got a few of them rambling around. And maybe a part two to this one because I really wanted to have some engagement with this topic. I was really looking forward to that. From anybody, it could have been sisters, it could have been brothers. I wasn't even going to discriminate at this point, you know. But that's all I got. So like and share, as always. Like and share. That's all I ever ask from you. Follow the